Hi, my name's Anne. I look like I just slept. It's because I did, which is why I have this super filter on to erase anything, any imperfections. But hi, you can find me on Dusty Wings Illustration on Instagram. Otherwise, I am the DM of this game. This is a homebrew 5e campaign in the horror genre. So it's just kind of an unhappy place all the time. Um, with happy characters. So let's go ahead and introduce them. GW, you start.
Hi everyone, I'm GW. I'm new here. If you're curious about any other stuff that I do, because I'm not really known that much, but you can check out my IG and Twitter, GW005, two B's, two zeros. And I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Ann. I'm a little nervous being on stream. But thanks for having me.
Welcome. Good luck. I think you'll do great.
Thanks.
Nice meme.
Yeah, wishing you all the best.
And you can go ahead and run through announcements, your part announcements too, if you like.
Oh, okay. Griffin Co. Thank you, Griffin Co., for being our longest time sponsor. They're an amazing family company that makes 3D printed works and also makes really awesome laser print engravings. Check them out at griffinco.com. What else? Oh, and on checkout, enter Fabled 42, that is FABLED 42, to get 22% off of your purchase. There will... No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah!
Well, while you're doing that, you should also check out our friends at Underground Oracle, because they create 5th edition resources for both sides of the screen, both players and DMs. Their inaugural setting of their cipher system is going to be Harrow the Blighted Plane. They kind of describe it as this crystal punk fantasy in a fallen world, and patrons of their $3 a month tier or higher on their Patreon are going to have access to the Quick Start Guide containing rule modules, creatures, other cool stuff to help you start your adventure, at least until the full-fledged version becomes available on Kickstarter. But you're also going to have access to what they call Cipher Shorts, which are one-shot adventures, and then subscribers of their newsletter can get free Cipher boosters with additional game content. You can find them at undergroundoracle.com or at DriveThruRPG. And then on top of that, you should also check out Nine Realms Gaming. You know, they hand make all of their products from natural wood to create quality and affordable gaming accessories for all, because I know that we like to get great stuff at a low price, so you can definitely find it there.
Yeah, we're all poor here, so...
Exactly. There's not really such a thing as a rich gamer, you know? So... to help you save a little bit of money, you can use promo code FABLED42, that's F-A-B as in boy, L-E-D as in dog, 42, to get 10% off on your next purchase over at ninerealmsgaming.com.
That's you. You're done.
Solid! And who are you?
I am Avaran, the half-elf fighter paladin with the Irish brogue, and we'll see if I survive tonight, because I took a pretty bad beating at the end of the last episode.
And Mackenzie.
That leaves me. Hi, I'm Kenzie. I go by Mascot or MSCOT on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You feel free to give me a follow anywhere you have social media. I am playing Tall, Rock Gnome Artificer, and currently unconscious and just betrayed by my partner in crime. So this is going to be a good day for Toddle. My announcements for today are the same as always. My Critical Dice sponsorship that I like to promote at every stream in the way I was not there last time to do it. Critical Dice, thecriticaldice.com. You should take a look at. They have subscription dice collections, so every month you can get a new set of dice, as well as some non-dice related purchases that are for maybe other streamers, other collaborators, and very cool products to use, which I have of myself, and I think some other folks in the stream have themselves. If you stick around and put a certain word in chat that we will reveal to you at a given time during the stream, there will be a giveaway. And
is it pancakes?
It might be pancakes. If it's me, it would be pancakes for sure.
I like those.
I know. Or waffles, whatever you prefer. I will make both. No. So yeah, 2 different giveaways for some set of critical dice. We'll have one from start of the stream to the halfway point at our break, and the other will be for halfway to the end of the stream. So we have 2 chances to win a set of critical dice. What color will be random, but hey, free dice, and they're freaking cool and also really lucky. So you should definitely give a peek-see at that. If not, if for whatever reason you don't win, you should still take a look at their website and order some dice for them. The other thing I have, which I just noticed is not updated, is our other streams that we have going on Fabled 42. If you're not here with us on Mondays doing Crypt Creatures, there is another show that is happening on Fabled 42 called Here's a Salon. That is happening on Wednesdays at 6. There is also possibly a new campaign happening with Anne as DM that is called Azad, the Heroes of Azad. No, not Heroes.
Search for
Azad. Search for Azad, yes. So that is more of a sci-fi themed, kind of like...
Just DMing all the things.
Yeah, yes. Anne is DMing all of the things, and it's great, because she's phenomenal at it. So, that'll be coming around here pretty shortly. I don't have a specific date or time for you yet, but keep a lookout, and I guess Anne can give more juicy details to that as we go. But if you happen to want to watch any of our old content on Fable 42, or if you happen to miss just an episode, everything is uploaded to our YouTube. You should go and go and subscribe over to our YouTube channel so that we can so you'll be up to date on everything that's happening on this channel. And that's me.
Fucking solid. Okay. So. By the way, if you are subscribed to us, you can give away an inspiration dice to any one of the players or myself as DM for one of the enemies. Yeah, that would be fucking helpful for them. But yeah, where did we leave off? Oh, Jesus Christ. Last game was crazy. Last game was our silver game of the campaign. And it was nuts. They finally fucking found Lander. After traveling forever, finding this tower in this huge city of hell, going straight towards where they imagined he would be before getting captured. And, you know, happenstance taken to their destination by guards. They were defeated on the rise up the tower. And when they enter, faced a couple of shapeless enemies. Still no real identifier of what those were, but looks like Calamity just fucking steamrolled through all of them with a heightened sense that I don't think Calamity was even aware of that he had. After defeating those enemies, Toddle did get some sort of indicator or message from someone on the inside who encouraged them to move forward. However, when they did, and Lander was within sight, they were ambushed, but by what looks to be an Azamar turned dark. So, in a clash with him, and eventually were able to defeat him, and it seemed like Lander was within their grasp before Lander surprised everyone by getting touched by a god in that very moment. But instead of helping his friends, he considered them enemies. And escaped with another thing they were all searching for, and the reason they were in hell in the first place, which was the source of power for the witch, the Great Witch. He took it and he ran, and he left them. Right now, as you can kind of see, the only ones conscious are Calamity. I think hanging on by like just a few amount of hit points at this point. There's also the one who was sending the messages to Toddle this entire time. We're gonna just call her Evie. Since I forgot her name, and her name was different, we're calling her Evie. She is there. Yes. She is there, and also very bloodied. It looks like her shoulder is almost completely blown off and hanging off of her body. You can see Avran and Toddle are up against a wall and a pillar, just completely unconscious. kind of blood coming down of either side of their mouths. That's where we left off. Lander is gone. He made a couple of attempts to escape, which Calamity was able to combat, but he just escaped the old-fashioned way. In the end, it just ran off by foot and took the elevator back down. So, he gone. But yeah, here we are. So right now, Calamity. It looks like those, as soon as Lander, the door closed in on Lander and he was out of sight, and you can tell because about 120 feet away down the elevator, which would be rapid, you see the grip kind of release its hold on you. Those big demonic-like hands just kind of rise up and just dissipate before your very eyes. And it does the same for Avron and for Toddle.
I'm going to scramble to my feet, and I'm going to grab the bag of holding. I'm going to hold it to my chest. I'm going to... I see that Evie, you said, is still up. How is she looking? I think you said that she's, like, holding on to one arm because it's almost blown off in a way.
Yeah, she's not doing well. She's standing up, but yeah, the spell that Lander dropped to, like, kind of, with all these, like, whipping thorns to kind of distort the earth, it's disappeared by now. And so as it kind of goes away, kind of slithers back into the ground, you do get a better sight of her. And she drops to, she sees you, sees you're okay. She drops to one knee, and just kind of looks at the ground. She takes off her glasses.
I'm going to run to Averin. I'm going to shake him. Averin, wake up! Averin, wake up!
Averin, roll a death save, please.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good luck. Paladin energy.
Well, I rolled these fancy dice that Anne gave me, and it got a 6.
Oh, God. Why you roll those when you had 2 1s before? Okay, so that's one failed death save.
I'm gonna look up at Evie, who's like looking at the ground and like took off her glasses. Can you help? Can you help them? Can you help them, please? Can you help?
She kind of takes one look at you, and she's, with staggered breath and shaking hand, kind of reaches through her pockets. There looks to be like a small satchel that's like a fanny pack, but turned to the backside. She opens that up and finds one potion. She's like, "This is all I have left. Do you know how to maybe expand this? Do you have any ability that can make more of these? I only have one."
I don't know. DM.
Mm-hmm.
Does the thing that dwells within happen to know of a way to expand on?
Roll an Arcana check. Or an Intelligence check. Whatever's higher. Which is Intelligence. No, it's not. No.
So that's going to be a total of... Ooh, and I can also... It's going to be a total of 16 for it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that Toddle can probably do it.
I know that Tuttle could probably do it.
Yeah. She would, if anyone would know, she would. As far as resources you have on you, do you have any health potions on you? Or is Toddle holding all that stuff?
I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say maybe Tuttle has it. Okay. But okay. So I'll grab the potion. And I start like I stop myself in like mid hop to Toddle, because like I get flashes of how Toddle was the entire time. I guess it was earlier today when Toddle kind of turned off, sort of. It was going through a thing, and since I do know the whole situation with Lander, what just happened, I'm still confused, but like I'm scared, and I'm like I kind of don't want to wake up Tuttle alone. So I think Averon can do something. I'm going to hop to Averon and I'm going to put the potion in his mouth, because I'm not gonna say out loud that he's a paladin, because I don't know how Evie would react to that. But I'm going to put this in his mouth and hope that the paladin can make everything right.
Yeah, don't expose that he's a paladin to anyone. Yeah. Yep. We're going to roll for heals.
Is that 2d4 plus 2? What is that?
Oh yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
You go for it.
So it's
I roll it. Okay.
second level potion, whatever that is.
All right. 2d4 plus 2. I get 6 hit points back.
Yeah, you're alive. Barely.
All right. So update that.
And you just when you wake up, you just hear kind of echoing to the forefront, like Calamity just like calling your name. Everett, are you okay, Everett?
Oh, what the fuck happened?
Toddle, go ahead and roll a death save, please.
Oh.
I got my first failure.
Oh no! Okay.
It was also a 6, ironically.
666.
Ooh.
Jeez.
That's just a little ironic.
And I'm gonna say to Everin, Linder isn't here. Linder left and he stole the witch's thing. I don't know what happened. He gave me this bag, but for some reason he left it. He stole it from me, and then he was the reason why everything was blew up. And I don't know what to tell Toddle.
Toddle.
I'm so sorry.
Where's Toddle?
Over there.
And so I see Toddle over there, kind of slumped on the ground, and I kind of steady myself. I'm definitely hurt. I'm like limping over there. And then when I get to Toddle, I kneel down. I pull out of my pouch a greater healing potion.
Nice.
And then pop the cork out and pour it in his mouth.
Go and roll for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 2. What's?
Let me double check.
It's 2 something.
It's 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, thank you.
Chunky.
I can't read Zoom chats, by the way, because it'll show on
3, 4.
stream. So you have to message me if you want to talk to me.
Okay.
On text or something.
7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
There we go!
Thank
We've
you.
escaped death. I am relieved as DM.
And then while I'm kneeled down, because I can sense, Evie is behind me, and I don't want to expose myself, I kind of hold one hand to my chest and do lay on hands.
Okay. She saw that. But you notice she doesn't react at all. She's just kind of quiet.
Don't blow our cover, man.
Yeah, I'm at 6 hit points.
6?
6 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
Thank
third
you.
6 that we have?
That was the first one that we had.
Okay. Okay.
So, Evie's gonna look at all three of you. And before Toddle, you even have consciousness to realize what's happening, she's gonna say, "Everyone, follow me. We have to get out of this main hallway. I have a room that might be a little bit safer."
I follow.
And I will.
Likewise.
Okay, this might take a minute, y'all. She is going to go ahead and lead you down this great hallway. You'll notice as you walk down, there's a few doors, a series of them. She does pause at like in front of. There's nothing in front of her that you see. It seems like empty space. But she does hold up her hand. Her hand does glow, very light pink, and then something happens, but you can't see what happens. And she just walks through.
I remember that that Dark Asimar, who's by the fountain thingy, and I very quickly unbuckle his sword belt, sheath his sword, wrap it around me, and then
Nice.
kind of to follow again, because I'm not going to leave a sword behind without knowing what it does.
Yes.
Good.
Um.
Good. Yes. Yes.
Shit. What sword was it? Hold on. I have the sword.
The really awesome,
It was the blue one.
It's a blue.
the sword of awesomeness.
Hold on a
The
second.
awesome sword.
If you're just a sword collector, you're gonna find some good shit in hell.
Yeah. We find good things here. Anne likes to put little treasures just for us.
Yeah, I like to put rare shit in the game. I hate games that go on like until you're level 20 and there's like no rare items you can find ever. I'm like, what's the point? This is a fantasy game.
I think like on the beginning, I found that sword that we ended up giving to Lander, the one that he attuned to or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, it's called the Storm Catcher.
Wow.
Ooh.
It does require you to attune to it in a storm, a lightning storm.
Wow, that's badass.
Yeah, and it looks old. It has a big blue jewel, kind of, what do you call it? Where it crisscrosses. I think there's a
pommel?
photo. Yeah.
The bolt.
It deals lightning damage to a creature that's within 60 feet of you while you're holding the sword.
Oh god, I love it.
You can use your reaction to redirect the lightning onto the blade. If you do, choose any number of creatures other than you within 60 feet. These targets do take lightning damage from the triggering effect during this turn. Instead, you take the sum total of the lightning damage that targets would take. So you can charge yourself up, or you can shoot it to someone and kill them.
Wow. Well, you'll definitely have to send me all that info because that's a lot to write down.
Yeah. I think it should be on D&D Beyond. I think.
Oh, all right, cool.
Maybe not. I don't know. But I'll send it to you. Anyway, that's what he had. Dope. Yeah. So you take it, and are you walking after?
Oh, I'm like jogging to catch up. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was just kind of like one of those things that started to walk, and I was like, oh, I better go back.
Yeah. So as you're going, Toddle, you're still on the ground.
Oh, yeah. So,
What do? You just like you don't know what the fuck happened. Like you or Averin. Averin's kind of in survival mode at this point, but like you just tried to save your friend. He's no longer here. You don't know what happened. You're knocked the fuck out. He's nowhere to be seen.
yeah. So Toddle was already feeling. I think having this blow just kind of like sparked him back. So he's kind of like normal again after last episode where he was like, I'm invincible and like I don't know how to comprehend. He's like, okay, I'm back. Okay. Like there's definitely gonna be like some like shaking, like getting up to my feet, like dusting myself off, and just being like, okay, who are you? And why were you helping us? And where's Lander? Well, I have questions. And he's gonna also like hold his tracker he made specifically for Lander and just like throw it on the ground and crush it and just be pissed.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
And we're walking forward.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just hopping along, giving Averin nervous looks, like trying to figure out how I can word what just happened to Toddle when we get a moment.
Yeah. So you all kind of follow suit. Toddle's kind of straggling in the back here. You find another fountain, but this one seems to be, instead of water, it seems to be running blood. Terrifying. Otherwise, there's like some artifacts here and there, that are roped off. And she does eventually... Hold on, I think I have to go to build mode. Take you into this room.
Ooh. Fancy door technology.
And you notice in the room there is already an enormous feast set on the table. A couple of things that were frozen items, like she did have bowls of like iced cream and kind of just a big bucket of ice as well. By then it has melted, but everything else still looks divine. She is going to walk into this room, and if you follow after her, the door's going to shut behind you. And it's a pretty small space. It looks like it's just a small dining hall of some kind. And yeah, and it's also filled with a ton of books from wall to wall.
This kitchen is filled with a ton of books.
Yeah, it looks like a small library. Like, all the walls are just encased with books and artifacts. There's 2 tables, but I could say there's 3. It looks like one of them's a game table, another one is a table that is just empty for now. It looks like it's there for planning or writing. And then just a long table just full of food. And she kind of just watches you curiously for now. Shit, sorry, I don't know where I put you. Calamity. Anyone seen a bunny rabbit anywhere?
I'm probably...
Oh, I see you. You're just so small.
I'm small.
You're small.
I'm small and scared and nervous and confused.
Yeah. And she's gonna sit there. She's also gonna cast another spell like she did earlier. Her hand kind of will glow. Yeah, I see him now. I'll have you sit next to him.
Cool.
And Toddle, he'll be here
And,
as well.
I pick up this bowl of, white, creamy-looking soup and kind of drink it and realize that it was the ice cream that melted.
Unpleasant surprise?
Not unpleasant, but a surprise. And, not necessarily knowing how things go in hell. Maybe that's just how they have their ice cream there. I kind of,
Are polite.
certainly keep drinking it to be polite.
Oh my god, you would.
Um,
And
So-
she's just quiet at first. She's kind of just like, kind of massaging her temple. And just stressed. Fucking stressed.
yeah. Tuttle is gonna just walk straight up to her. Tuttle is gonna want to speak with her directly and ask the same question. I'm gonna repeat myself and saying, "Where's Lander and who are you, and what just happened?" Because I don't remember anything, and I kind of need to know things in order to process how we're gonna move forward here.
I don't know who that tiefling was to you. My name is Evie. I assume I sensed my sister's presence on you, and I assume that you spoke to her, and that's the reason why you're here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the green gem and hand it to her. Green gem, golden chain, hand it to her.
She
Oh,
takes
don't forget the drawing.
And a drawing, because why not?
She takes it, and she actually drapes it around her head, at least what she can do with one arm. And she tucks it underneath her. It looks like you thought it was just like maybe a corset top, but it was actually a piece of armor. And you notice she has a matching one that's almost identical. Is my sister okay? Did anything happen?
When me and Calamity, which is that one and points to the bunny, when me and that one ran into her, she seemed perfectly fine and was very helpful for us. And we know who that tiefling was. It was our friend Lander, who is royalty in this area. However, that wasn't how he normally acts. That was not at all how I communicate. We have been we have been looking for him this entire time, and something that is not adding up here as to what changed his personality. He was tied up.
You were the ones who released the souls. She laughs and she grabs her bottle of wine and slouches in her chair. Oh, Lord.
I neither accept nor decline what that... no comment.
The no comment was what gave it away for her. And she kind
I can
of...
honestly say I freed no souls.
She stares at you. And she knows you're a paladin, but she won't say it.
Oh.
There's Oh, no. You all are just common folk. How some of you survived, and she looks at Calamity specifically, I don't even know. How... That's so funny to me. And she kind of... And her smile is beautiful. Her smile is white and bright. It looks like color flushes back into her face once again. And even her... As she laughs, her eyes laugh too. And it almost brings you some comfort just watching her act this way. But it goes away pretty quickly. As quickly as it comes up. Where do I begin? You all have started, I think, a new war by releasing those souls. Before I ask how you did it, you must know that your lives are in great danger from now on. You can't be here in hell anymore. You will die. Everyone who comes in contact with you, anyone who's ever helped you here, is also going to die. And if I were you, young man, and looks at you, Toddle, I would forget about your friend Lander.
That's not going to happen. And Toddle actually giggles at that, and
I don't know.
We are here.
I don't know who you think you knew who he was, but he's this. We had a whole ceremony just days ago. He's been appointed our new general for our hellish army.
What? That's impossible. He
is royalty
a monster
here.
Hunter.
He was, but his bloodline is here in hell.
He never wanted anything to do with being here.
Not at first.
I raised him myself, on the surface world, not in hell.
I have to tell you something.
And she looks over at you, Calamity, and as if I'm am I gonna tell him? Are you gonna tell him? But she just does that for a split second, but attempts to change the subject and says, listen, hell's been at war with themselves for decades at this point, within ourselves, but now that you've tipped the balance, all of that power that was being held here that you've released was all for the other side. Now that they have that power back, I mean, if they wanted to take over hell, and they could, and they would probably succeed because of how disjointed we are. If heaven were to attack, it would be now. If any of the gods were to do anything, it would be now.
I don't care about heaven or hell or your war. I care about what my means are, and my means are in need of Lander. And if you're saying he's this war general, then I have to find him and convince him otherwise. And Toddle just stands stubbornly.
Toddle, I don't think you can convince him.
And then I'm gonna turn to Calamity and be like, how do you know? What are you talking about? How do you know anything? You've been with me the whole time.
Something that you didn't see happened. And I look over at Everin.
She pours some tea. I'm just kidding.
And I look back at Toddle. When the reason why everyone almost died in an explosion is Lander did that to you.
It's impossible. I mean, he's thrown temper tantrums, but it's not going to hurt his mentor.
I saw him do it. He did it to you. He did it to everyone. Somehow me and Evie were the only ones here who were still standing, and then he came to me, and he stole the witch's source, Toddle, and then he left this behind, and I kind of pull the bag of holding, and he just left. He left you to die, Toddle. I'm sorry. It was me and Averin that brought you back.
Pottle is gonna take the bag of holding, kind of sift through the items, just like knowing, like he's gonna figure out from sifting through that these are Fancy's items, and he's gonna do some dot connecting. He's gonna be silent, and it's gonna be kind of like pacing, like holding the bag of holding and pacing around and just trying to think. And Toddle's gonna do this unless anyone needs his attention for anything else. Otherwise, he's gonna be doing this for quite a while, trying to think of some. He's pondering. This is how he thinks. He's sitting and he's thinking.
He ponder over there.
So, and while Toddle is pondering, can Averin do an insight check on Evie?
Yeah, totally.
I want to see whether he can tell at all that she knows he's a paladin.
Okay.
Probably not. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you don't.
Did you roll Anne's dice again?
I did.
Sorry. Welcome to the DM's luck.
Claims they're not cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a pretty solid poker face. There's a couple times she's glanced at you, but I mean, she seems to be hiding it pretty well. You're not sure.
All right. Well, in that case, then I'm gonna ask Lady Evie, what would you recommend we do to leave Hell, since our lives appear to be in such danger?
Oh man, I wish. Do you have a seal? Did my sister give you one? I know she made them there herself.
I had to give her some of my blood for it. I have one.
I can get you out of here right now, if you want.
Inside
And
check. I mean, I just wanna look. So that's gonna come to a total of 19 insight.
On her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you would see it all. Well, yeah, you'd see it all. How about... Yep, you would see it all. Yeah, I mean, she's telling the truth. It looks like you feel a sense of relief over her. Like, I don't think she's been in a room with people that were kind of on her side. She's been hiding kind of her true intentions with the leadership here. And this is the first time she's relaxed. Even though she's in excruciating pain, she feels really good. And so, yeah, I mean, as far as the things that she's hiding that you're seeing through, you do have a sense she knows that, you know, that Avron's a paladin. She knows that you were probably severely hunted. She's very curious about you. She doesn't have any idea that none of you were touched by gods or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But she was expecting you. There is something festering in her mind. Like, she's trying to put one and one together. There's a lot of hope for something, like the identity of the three of you. She's kind of pondering to herself, like, the instances of everything happening. It kind of caused her to laugh because... go ahead and roll a history check. Let's see if you'll know this.
Alright, let's see.
Beaming.
Ooh. Well, it is what it is. That's gonna be a total of 5 history.
Shit, never mind.
Oh.
Yep.
There's something that's in her brain that's, like, stirring it up, but she's, as far as you know, she's very honest.
Okay.
And she did fight alongside you, blew her arm off for you, so...
I'm going to look at her and say, you said that the gods might be moving soon or something?
Right.
Moving soon to take over Hell or...
Well, gods can't do anything by themselves. They need mortals like us in order to perform any need that they have, or in order to bring one god to this plane. It takes a lot of work, and it's possible, but it's never been done since the Great War. But all the warriors who were able to summon all the gods A lot of them perished before they could, which is exactly why the war was lost.
If a god had a champion, what would the champion do?
There's not a lot of record of that. There's a bunch of old texts that outline specifically what happened, but that's tucked away and in the mountains somewhere in a tower. A lot of texts are hidden from everyone, keeping people ignorant.
What happens if another war breaks out? Will you still have your post? Will you be okay?
To be honest, now that I've helped you all, I think my best bet is to go into hiding now.
How do they know that you helped us?
They would find evidence. They have abilities. I don't think anyone knows you're here right now, since you killed the people taking you here. But they'll catch your scent soon.
Well, where will you go?
Don't worry about me. I've survived this long.
And as she says that, I sense that she's put herself at great risk to help us, and so I feel like that risk is, deserving of, a little honesty on my part.
Yeah.
And so without saying anything, I walk up to her, just with a very genuine look in my eye, and I put my hand on her wrist, and I cast level 2 Cure Wounds. The wrist that would be connected to the shoulder that was blown away, I should say.
Run, you fool! No.
Roll it for me.
Alright, so that would be 2d8 plus 3.
And then, Toddle's gonna do something.
15.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes.
As the flesh of her shoulder kind of start to mesh themselves back together, it does form one solid shoulder, and you just realize how bad it was. Like, literally her shoulder was gone, and now there's a shoulder there. She looks at her arm, and she kind of flexes it a little bit, and she looks back at you, Averon, almost teary-eyed. Even though we were tiefling, some of our tiefling were paladin once. A couple 100 years ago. My great-grandfather was one. I'm so glad you still exist.
Well, I only hope to find the rest of us so that we can unite against the forces of evil. And I was only happy to heal you for everything you've done for us.
I hope you find them. I think you will. And Toddle.
Toddle doesn't say this, but so nice of her, and so nice of you to give her a hand.
But
you say that you say that telepathically to everyone.
So Toddle is gonna stop after pacing. He is going to kind of come to a conclusion. He's gonna drop the bag of holding. He's gonna grab a potion that he has, and he's gonna just throw it, kind of like in anger, and just be like, "God damn it!" And this is gonna be like an acid potion, so it's gonna crash and splatter and cause things to distort a little and start melting. And he's, while doing this, is gonna scream, "I can't do it without him!" And it starts kind of having this something very similarly like how Calamity talks, where he talks really fast and is trying to get out everything that's in his head. Toddle is also going to do this, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, but that makes sense. It makes sense that he would get adopted, but I can't do what I need to do without him, and I know what I saw was real, and I need to be able, this all makes sense, but and he's just going to continue on this sort of anger fused intelligence brain dump, and is gonna also stop for a second after talking for a while and be like, "I need every book you have on this war in hell immediately, and I need to research this further." And is gonna say that to Evie.
Well, there's not a lot here that you haven't already stolen, but if you really want all the details of this war, you have to go to one of the major cities in the mountains. And it won't be easy. But maybe with the seal, I can take you there at least. As close as I can. And listen. And she takes a couple steps closer to you. Walking with posture now that she's not practically dying. She was at 2 hit points. She says to you, Toddle, you were able to survive in hell for days without this lander. You can do this.
He's gonna kind of like fall to his knee. Like, I can't demonstrate. He's gonna like fall to his knees and be like, it needs, like, I specifically needed him in order to do what I need to do with my organization. I needed him in order to do this. He has the knowledge. He has the attack force that I don't have, and he's just gonna feel not even like crying, like it's just gonna be like exhaustion, you know, like I'm like it's more like he put a lot of effort into something only for it to come out to like 0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how he feels right now. It's like
it's a gut punch.
It makes sense. It makes sense that he would come back, like, and he's like being logically thinking about like, yes, that makes sense. He would be re-included in his family. He is royalty after all. He was hunting monsters for so long. He has become a valuable asset. Of course they're going to shower him. And of course he would accept that, because for so long he only had me in the organization. This is all he had, and now that he's being fawned over, this is what he wanted. This all makes sense that Lander would accept this with open arms and feel whole again, especially with what's going on with this war and being touched by gods and everyone feeling included and him being on an opposite side.
Toddle, did you say touched by gods? Is that what happened to him? Calamity?
I don't know, but we were all touched by gods.
What? Which ones? All of you?
I raised my hand.
Which
I
gods?
was also gonna like sheepishly.
Which
And
gods? What did they look like?
I pull my cloak back to reveal my breastplate, which has the symbol of Tiago. Would she recognize that?
Yes. She
All
walks
right.
over and like puts a hand on you and is very close. You're like, oh. She's and yeah, she just rests her hand on the symbol that's inscribed there. The god of the earth. What was she like?
Serene. It was like being home.
That's what I imagine it would be.
Nice for you.
And you, Toddle?
Well, DM, help. I know it was Maynard, and I know it was
The god of
Bird
instinct.
Folk.
Yes.
Yes, I know, and I know it was the god of instinct. You have to give me a little bit of a reminder of what his race was.
He was an Aarakocra.
He was an Aarakocra. Okay, yes.
Yeah, he was a
an
giant.
Aarakocra.
He was a giant Philippine eagle. If you want to look at what
And
it looks like.
he gave me something that I can showcase, but I don't remember.
No,
what it was.
he gave you the strongest shit. He gave you lightning bolt as a cantrip.
Oh, that's right. He gave me a cantrip. Yes. Okay.
Fucking
thank you.
craziness.
But he didn't give me something that was like physical that showed that I was. touched
No,
by God at all.
you showed up
Oh.
in like kind of like softer armor, actually, not really armor, more like a cloak outfit type
That's right.
thing. But when you came
Yes.
back to, you were just wearing like it disappeared, similar to Calamity situation.
Got
Like
it.
he had armor for a moment while he was casting his spell, but then it went away.
Got it. Okay. Then Toddle will say it was like a Aarakocra, and that he was very stoic.
We've never seen this god before. You have to tell me everything. Have you written down what he looks like?
Draws a sketch real quick. Just he's gonna like see some flyaway paper and just be like, "Does it look like Ramon flowers?" No, I'm kidding.
And she's just kind of stunned right now. And she looks at, and she pauses. She's pacing similarly how Calamity was, or how Toddle was. And then she pauses, looks up from Toddle's drawing and looks over at Calamity. And you? And she thinks she knows, but she has to confirm.
Oh, the one that showed themselves to me. I don't think they have a name. It's the one of the void.
And she like takes a step back, her brows raise. Really?
Yes.
He is the most powerful god. And she's just all of a sudden like a little concerned.
Why is he not really known then?
He's never known to show himself. Even the Great War didn't seem to be that important to him. Like he was waiting for something. But why now, of all times? And she just looks at you with such intrigue. He's your key. If you can summon him to this plane, all the wars, all of this evil, it's over. He is the power I've read. Traverse everything. To turn back time. He can change the game. He can make it so none of this has ever happened.
Endless possibilities.
Endless peace. My forefathers begged for him, looked up everywhere how to summon him, find something to indicate he even existed. Not once did he answer a call. And she pockets the drawing. She's keeping that shit. And she walks over to the, looks like a game table, which is just empty. I need to get you all out of here now, if what you say is true. Come here, gather at this table. Give me the seal.
I run over and I take out my seal and I give it to her, and then I start to take out my syringe of my blood.
Do you need this for it?
If you don't mind. She reaches out her hand.
I grab that brown bottle on the table before I head over there.
Fair. That's some whiskey.
I give her the syringe.
Okay.
Real quick, Anne, while you're preparing that, can Tuttle do a survey of the room to see if there's anything notable worth snagging?
Oh, totally. Roll investigation.
Okay. 16.
16.
I'm going to. So I have a thing. If one of my friendlies fails a ability check, I can add a D4 to it.
Sweet.
You.
It did not fail.
Okay, alright, just make sure.
But yeah, good to know. Toddle? The best stuff in here, most of it is different spell books, a couple of old histories, but I think most of them you've already read. Looks like the book of alchemy. All of your items are still on the bike. By the way, you've the little plant guy, like as soon as you've woken up, was cuddling you, was very worried and is clingy to you. But the room, I mean, the food is good. A lot of it is all the metals are precious metals. There doesn't seem to be a lot of rare items here. There is what looks to be an articulated skeleton of a very tiny dragon. And you know that can be sold for quite a lot or traded for something. Specifically, any kind of spell casting creature on the normal plane would do a lot for that.
Okay.
And there's a hookah, but other than that, not much.
Can I,
unfortunately,
ask if Evie, could I take this? I can make something with this that would be really, really cool.
Take whatever you like.
Okay.
Speaking of, I have things to give you before you leave here.
Okay.
And she's going to... she's going to pull out her own bag of holding. It's a little tiny beaded, purse. So all the animals are here. They're just being super
They're
weird.
being loving.
Wait for it.
I'm
I thought
like-
you had it there in your apartment.
Oh no. She pulls out a cat. It's gray. His name is Beerus. Must protect it. Lucky cat. Yeah, she pulls out a couple of looks like little bracelet things. So they're all like little silver bracelets. I think one of them, I think there might be a little bit too big for you, Avran. So she suggests that you take it to a welder or something to like fit it or turn it into a ring. But until then, just like holding it, gripping it will still do the trick. So these will grant you some extra protection if you need it. It takes a little bit of concentration, I think, once you're holding it, you know what I mean? And you will, as soon as you're holding it, you feel a little bit of a surge of power. Meaning, with a bonus action, you can cast... hold on. I have to pull up. There's a couple things to cast at the same time.
Ooh.
Oh. She gives us 4 of these.
Yes. 3. 1 for each of you.
3, okay.
Hold on. I have to look up the name of the fucking spell. Sorry. One of them is a pass without a trace.
Good one.
And it activates it for like an hour or something. So it not only does it make you like, sorry, it's so hard to explain. My brain just died. So it's pass without a trace, and it's kind of a custom like rebound thing. So if anything puts an attack on you, it bounces back and hits the other person. So even if they see you, they try to attack you, it'll deflect the attack as long as you're holding this.
Okay.
I forget the name of the thing.
All 3 rings do the same thing?
They all do the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And pass without a trace is like an area of effect, right? So you can and it's the same area effect is in effect with that counter spell type thing.
Gotcha.
The deflecting. So only one of you needs it at a time. So if you need to go like help a group of people, you each can go and use those rings.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know how else to explain that. But she hands each of you one, and they're all in like little silk pouches that are bubbly pink like her. And she kind of rolls out the scroll on the table. And Toddle, as you're bagging up a couple items, she kind of unplugs the vial and she starts to pour Calamity's blood onto the scroll. And the whole thing just starts to combust. And it sets fire, but the fire starts to get a little bit taller. Are you all ready?
Let's do it.
But before you send us, do you know the name of the one of the void?
I don't. No one does. If you find out, do write to me about it.
I know what he looks like.
I'm sure he looks like you. Is that true?
Yeah.
I knew it. I think the world's about to change in a big way. And I wish you all luck. And with that, she's going to kind of drop her hand on the seal. And
The very last thing, like as you're doing this, the very last thing that spits out of Calamity's mouth. Oh, if you could get my blood back from your sister, that would be great. But you know, I'm just saying. I don't know.
and the whole room goes white. And just similar as how Toddle and Calamity, how you poured it here together, the 3 of you are kind of facing each other in this white space. And it almost looks like you're in the same area as like where the gods saw you, and you kind of are. It's the same kind of plane, astral plane. But you start to feel pressure on your shoulders, your legs start to feel like jello, and you realize you're just going up at such a rocket-like speed. And when you start to focus, your eyes start to focus on the world around you, you will see like you're in this little beam of light that's shooting right out of hell. So you've exited the top of this tower, which was nothing but darkness, right? And you go out soon. Before you know it, you shoot out the top of this building, and you see the city for the last time. A giant spiral of just busyness and almost like a normal city when you really look at it. Then you see the sectioned off parts of the city, the creatures that they are building or working on. Also, a vast army behind the city that's almost as large as the city itself, just full of demons. And eventually, it's almost like you go out cold for a moment.
The bike.
Yeah, see ya. Sorry, but it's almost like you're out cold for a minute, and then you reappear. However, panning back to Evie, she's sitting there. She's breathing heavy because it took a lot out of her, that spell, and she's still pretty low hit points. And you see, like, the scroll was like, it's kind of ash now, and it's starting to pull up into the air and kind of float off. And then she realizes something else went in there with you. It wasn't just the three of you who used that seal. Someone who's been hiding here this whole time also went. Which is why, because she was wondering, like, why am I so exhausted? I was only porting 3 people. She was actually porting 4, and one of them with enormous power. And she looks down at her ribcage and notices a dagger sticking out of her chest. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh, come on!
Well,
No, Galar!
we'll be back.
My lady, my beautiful lady.
Thank you so much for joining. We will be back. We are going to announce the first giveaway winner as soon as we get back. This is a 10-minute break. Butters is also going to join us with a new character he'll introduce, and you'll see. But, yeah. See you soon. Sup, nerds?
Yo.
Hello.
You guys didn't ask for me and didn't miss me, but I'm back.
Oh, I have a thing blocking your face. Hang on.
I'm not back. I take it back. I'm not here. Never mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Off.
And I thought you were taking care of this during the break.
I know. I'm sorry. Here he is. There we go. Look at his handsome face. I'm back. It's like, actually,
Why is my face cut off?
I'm working on it. Okay.
Okay.
There we
While
go.
Anna adjusts the face, you should talk about what you wanted to, Mackenzie. All of our.
Oh yeah. Do you guys look at what we're wearing?
Oh, yeah, right.
What? Who's wearing?
Us, the squad.
No, I know. I said that's why I lifted the thing.
Oh.
The DM made these crypt creatures.
Mine's in the dryer. Sorry.
You guys could maybe own something similar one day, maybe.
Where
Am I not supposed to talk about that?
No, we can. I'll make more.
And the DM didn't do it because it's hot. It's alright.
We'll do a special giveaway for it. We
One day.
gotta find a charity for the stream to like donate the money to. But we'll do that. The highest donator will get one of these hoodies.
I mean, after tax
That's
season.
good.
Oh, that charity. My, you know.
That's what I'm thinking. Definitely not April.
And by the way, if any of you have not entered the giveaway yet for Critical Dice, be sure to enter !critical in the chat. We're going to let it run a little bit longer before I call it. This is your chance. This is your time.
Do it. Existential Nerd's doing it. That means you gotta do it.
And do you want to explain your design a little bit? The font and the
Oh, yes. So, they never
creature's name?
got to do this because they're very like, gotta hit the mark, then go home because fuck hell, and I don't blame them. But there is a reason why the creature is like a flying eyeball with like talons. That's the logo I designed
There's
for it.
Hell Quidditch.
It's Hell Quidditch, which hopefully they might run into depending where they go. But I don't know. It's like I always loved the '90s like graffiti style. You know what I mean? And the flying eyeball is like my favorite shit ever. And so decided to do that. A little bit of camp, a little bit of spook. These creatures do exist, not just in hell. So maybe they'll find one. And they'll realize it's actually a pretty terrifying creature to fight. By the way, everyone levels up 1.
Oh shit! We did what?
I wish I'd known that on the break.
Sorry!
Damn.
The worst!
Alright, hold on. Manage.
This is
character
classic
levels.
Anne. I love it.
I
No,
just
sorry.
did this character, and instead of her being like, "Hey, start at 10," it's
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna roll my HP live.
Ed, what do we
Get it.
Mm,
Get it.
Ooh, 7 plus what? What's my constitution?
very nice.
7 plus 3. 10. I get 10 HP. Woo! Look at me.
Oh,
Very nice.
what's my con?
nice.
Let's see.
Open up. Open up.
Negligence is not associated or affiliated with Fatal 42 or any of the players.
Very
Friendly
nice.
neighborhood chaos demon.
So we have officially hit level 10. Is that correct?
We have.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my
Congratulations,
magic
everybody. That is the farthest I've ever been in a campaign.
I have put y'all through the
Congratulations
fucking
to
ringer.
you.
Congratulations. You broke it. You broke the
We
streak.
did it. Let's
Yeah.
keep it going. Let's keep it going. I can keep a character going from what? We started at level 5 to 10. Woo!
Let's do it.
Man, with this class that I shall not name, this is the highest hit points I've had in playing this class.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks for the congratulations, Baptized and Puss. It was a long journey. We made it though. We alive.
That's
Well, some of us made it. Let's give a moment of silence to those who have fallen.
yeah.
Wait,
In the
I think this is too high.
Rest in peace, Nate. Rest in peace,
is true.
Silver. Rest in peace, Omar. It's been fun.
With love.
With love, of course.
I didn't know any of you.
In the arms of
All fabulous players.
All right, so are we gonna play, or are we just gonna keep talking about fighting?
We gotta draw a winner, motherfuckers.
Oh, okay. Let me
I
do
was
that
having
right
a
now.
grand time.
All right, divergent dice.
Whoop.
All right,
No, guys,
We
like
got
seriously,
Tig, we
we're
got
trying to
Plus.
give you free stuff. Please, exclamation point critical.
we got-
Did anybody in chat had a favorite character that died?
What an interesting question to ask.
Let's do a vote. Who's better? What was Nate's character's name?
Jesus,
So
fucking
Nate's character's name
Something
was
with a
Dutch.
D. Dutch.
He was
Dutch.
a halfling metal bard.
Metalhead Bard, Dutch,
And we had Silver's character, Fancy, who was our
Genasi.
Genasi barbarian. That was
Big
very
ass
stoic. And
butcher's cleaver or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
she was dope.
She was a chef.
Oh yeah, that sword is still in the bag.
Yeah, you have
I'll
that
be
sword.
taking that.
Yeah.
And then we had Terrence, the rogue,
Rogue Elf, I think.
religious rogue half elf. Yeah, no, full elf. Rogue elf that was obsessed with gold.
Yeah, greedy motherfucker.
As rogues tend to be.
I mean, he
Greedy
did worship a god of gold.
Yeah. And it actually
Yep.
existed. So at least he
Y'all-
knew that before he died.
Does
I'm
anyone
not gonna-
else hear gold member saying, I love gold?
Oh, there was a lot of.
There's a lot of
yes.
that.
Funny, you bring up that accent.
All right, I'm not gonna ask how we only have 4 people who entered the giveaway out of 18 viewers, but we'll go with it. All right, so if I'm gonna roll a D4.
Fell asleep.
If I roll a 1, it's existential nerd. 2 is Tig. 3 is divergent dice. 4 is baptized in pus.
The other 14 just hate winning.
Good luck.
Oh,
3. Divergent dice. Congratulations.
Yay!
Did Divergent Dice just win dice?
They did. They did.
Rigged!
All right, so winner in chat. Divergent Dice, I'm not sure if you're in our Discord or not, but if you're not, go ahead and pop in there and message Anne, who in our Discord is Crypt Creatures. No, Crypt Keeper. Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Message Anne, and she will get your deets, so we can send these dice to you.
Yes. That's
Hey,
me.
Anne, because
Yeah.
I have a feeling you still haven't looked at my character sheet. I just popped my name in.
Oh, you weren't here earlier, but Anne says she's not looking at Zoom chat. You have to.
You have to text me.
Yeah, you have to give it to her.
Otherwise, it'll show all the spoilers till on live stream.
Yeah, we've been sending so many inappropriate pictures in the Zoom chat. We don't want that seen.
Yeah, and I'll have to do your name tag next game
Most of
anyway.
them
So I have
about
to
butters.
make it.
All right, we're all set. Anne, take it away.
Okay, so
And could
You guys-
give me your phone number live on the internet right now?
415. So actually, Butters,
Yes.
where you see the map? Where is your character on this map?
I would assume like in front of them, maybe like a couple paces off.
Okay, because right now you're in a graveyard where there's also a not a guillotine,
Hangman's.
A gallows.
gallows there as well. So you're in the cemetery?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably anticipated that they would be ported here. You're a leopard for some reason. I don't know for now until I can make a better character.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. It fits.
So you're sitting there and you're anticipating their arrival. And you see kind of a bolt of light appear before you. It looks like it came out of the ground, even though the ground's not disturbed. And it looks like they come in phases. So you kind of see them glitch in and out for a minute, then again, and this time they appear and they stay there. So
Okay, so when you guys first showed up, you would have seen just a person sitting there, like super bored, like they've been waiting for you to like show up here for like a while.
and you do.
And
That
then-
is literally the first thing you see. Go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
So Vera is a Genasi monk who is kind of really skinny. Got that cool kind of teased hair going. They're kind of in their like traditional monk robes. They've got a lot of like skin showing, and then they've got a crazy intricate black tattoo on their left arm that goes from like their fingertips all the way up into their shoulder, and it like kind of looks smoky and almost seems to like shimmer a little bit. Again, they are an Air Genasi. And
Sweet.
they carry one weird looking black sword on their hilt, but it doesn't look particularly stabby.
And on top of that, you do appear, and you feel, because the gravity is a little bit different in hell, you feel a little lighter. Like you feel, oh, did I just lose like 20 pounds? But yeah, your feet are touching earth and grass. There's birds. It's quiet. And you do appear in what appears to be like an old ruin of a cemetery. And you are surrounded by trees, as well as a river. It looks like you are on what looks to be an island in the middle of this river. Or a peninsula, actually. But the sky is blue. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's sunny. You can hear the water. There's a couple of creatures skidding about. Like, it sounds you thought you would never hear in a long time.
All right. So once Vera realizes that you guys are who they think you are, they like vault up and they're like, "Oh, wonderful! You're all finally here. Yes. Oh, I didn't think you would be so cute, Calamity. Oh, can I pet you?
I run behind everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. And you must be the genius Toddle. Yes, my master told me so much about all of you. Oh, it's such a pleasure. I will look forward to aiding you however I can. Yes, this will be wonderful.
Did you just say eating us?
Aiding.
Tuttle is laying on the ground, kind of doing this like, grass. Grass. And he's gonna be like picking out the grass and smelling it, just like, and just like the sounds are gone. The sounds of hell are gone, and
You are gonna hear.
Yes,
You're gonna hear a
yes.
little creak, and there's a little grasshopper that hops onto your forehead.
Just like very happy.
I was told they were an alchemist. Is this some form of alchemy I'm unaware of?
I'm gonna take some grass and throw it at him. Throw it!
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, but who are you? And then
I just came from hell!
that question was directed at Aberon.
Oh.
My name is Avra. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Ah, yes, I am Vera Pelakilia of the Monastery of the Black Moon at your service. I serve Shar in many ways, and my master has instructed that it is my job to help keep the three of you alive. Where is the tiefling?
And at that, I look around, and did Evie get stabbed before we appeared here and like in hell? Or it sounded like she had gotten
After.
stabbed after.
Well,
okay.
technically before, but none of you saw it happen.
Oh, okay. So yes, I look around like, where did Evie go?
DM, was I under the understanding that Evie was gonna come with us?
No, she wasn't. She
Okay.
had to stay there. She had to go elsewhere.
As I'm still staring at this this unknown person with my ears completely up and aware, I'm gonna say to Averin, she wasn't gonna come with us. She just sent us back.
I see. I thought she wanted to get out to the tower, and I guess I assumed she would come with us.
No.
Donald is petting Calamity. And it's just really happy.
How do you looking at the stranger? How do you know our names?
My master instructed me in all of your names and some of your deeds. Shar was not very foretelling in this.
Shar is your master?
No, Shar is the mistress of the moon, that of which my monastery worships.
Oh. And I give Averin like a very like weird look
And I kind of slowly, like, grab for my sword. Calamity, did anyone else know yours and Tottle's names as I slowly draw it out?
no one knew my name.
Toddle's gonna walk forward and approach the stranger, and DM, can I do like a history check to see if I know anything about Vera and like what I know?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, what do I know?
Roll it. What's your history check?
Okay, do a history. Okay, insider history doesn't matter. Probably history. Okay.
I'll give you different answers for each of those.
Okay, I rolled a 21.
Oh.
So you can have whatever you want. You want all the insight, or you want all the history?
I would like a history, please.
History. Yeah, I mean, it's legit.
This might be a Butters question.
It might be a Butters question, but yeah, Shar is an entity that exists for sure.
Yeah, goddess of secrets.
Shar is the goddess of secrets. Tuttle would know this. Also, Tuttle would know that your character is
some kind of person of this order.
Okay.
So they do a lot of dealings. They're hardcore neutral people, but they do the secrets. People. There's not a lot known about them, but if they're sent on a thing, they have strong warriors they send out to do certain tasks.
Right. Okay. This is making sense. So Tuttle's gonna look Vera up and down and is gonna be like, take me to the nearest workshop where I can work on things, please. And it's just gonna say that, but then it's gonna start walking a random direction.
As you're walking, you do exit. You would eventually exit the cemetery, and you'll see a freaking gallows there. And there is this post sign over here that has directions.
Okay, I read the sign.
I guess we all follow Toddle.
Yeah, you can follow.
You guys can or not. I'm gonna go workshop. I have shit to sell too.
Yeah, if you
Gonna
follow,
make us money.
if you follow him, you do notice there is a sign. There's a sign that's pointing down the peninsula. It says it points to a forest, which is usually a forest kind of cover this entire area. There's a sign that points forward, so across the river. And it leads to a city called Bad DM. I forget. Bad DM forgets the name of the city. The city in the mountains, which is what Evie mentioned. And then there's another arrow that points, and it says it points to a cavern of caves.
Toddle's gonna look to Vera and kind of like stare, waiting.
Vera, go ahead and roll a intelligence check. I'm going to see how much you know about this area in this situation.
I'm not too smart. I'm more wise.
Also,
Nope,
were we
got
just
an
in a
18 though.
graveyard?
18? That's good.
Yeah.
You know that if there's any place that's going to have a workshop, it's definitely going to be in the city. You do know it's kind of a long journey. So, and I figured you traveled this area, like you ended up here, but you do know that it's a few days of travel
What's
to the
the
city.
name of the city?
God damn it, I can't remember. It's on Discord. It's the one with the family that owns all the hidden texts.
God damn it, Avron. Of course I can fucking open Discord to check, and you've got your little tower.
I know, it's cute.
First try.
Easy.
Hang on a
They're
second.
metal dice, so you're right. It is easier.
I mean, yeah, it's way easier.
So meanwhile, I'm gonna ask Toddle, why are you so trusting of this stranger who just all of a sudden seems to know your names and hasn't explained how he knows them?
Oh, I don't trust anybody that, regardless of hell or the surface world, I go where I need to go, and I told this person where we need to go. If they just betray me, that okay, I can just poison them.
But do you trust them to take you there?
Absolutely not. I'm all on my own, but I'm just gonna be honest with my intentions, because there's no point in lying at this point.
Yes.
My
I need to
master is the
regroup.
one.
I just lost my strongest ally, so I'm gonna have to regroup. And
Am I the only one who is suspicious about this man waiting for us, not knowing how we would show up in this spot from hell? I mean, can you see the future or something?
Shar sometimes shares her plans and secrets with my master, who was the one who instructed me to find you here. How this communication work is far beyond an acolyte like myself.
Oh, Vera, so you would know that this city is kind of a hidden city in these kind of ice-scape of mountains, the very top of this mountain range. It's owned by the Tyrek family, which is composed of a king, a queen, and one princess or one daughter, and it's a family of dark elves, and they have all the hidden literatures of the world kind of
If it
locked
is
away.
refuge you seek, we can find it up in the mountains.
And Toddle's also gonna say to Efron that, but kind of like repeating what Vera already introduced was that, monk in this, like, kind of sounding like he knows exactly what Vera is without really knowing, kind of just like surface level knowing.
All right, well, I'll trust in what you're saying, Tottle. I just find the whole thing suspicious.
I'll just poison him if he pisses me off.
All right.
Sus.
For those who had much help in hell, I'm surprised you are not aware that there are other forces in this world who seek to tip the balance.
When this person says that, when he says tip tips the balance.
When they said that.
I've been saying E-M,
Calamity's ears kind of fall back to normal and being less aware, I guess, less on edge.
Okay.
And I'll kind of hop out from behind Averin. I know a lot about things wanting to tip the scales in different directions. I think it's okay. As I look to Tuttle and Everan.
Tuttle is gonna grab Calamity's hand as a sign, like as comfort, because that's like just a comfort tool at this point. So he's gonna grab his hand, and then once again return to staring at Vera and waiting.
Okay, I guess.
Well, I guess we're going where you need to go, Tuttle.
Wait, do you have something to do here? Tuttle's gonna turn to Averon and be like, "You're no longer free from hell."
I feel, as I said when we were in hell, that we were brought together for a reason. And now this man showing up here as if he knew where we were going to be, I just can't help but it's as suspicious as it is, it's almost as if it's all coming together. It's all meant to be. And I don't want to leave your side. Especially when you've recently lost your friend. Perhaps, and I've already drawn my sword, but I've kind of awakened the radiant power within it. And, just kind of present it to Tuttle. Say, especially when my sword can be at your aid. And I wait.
Can I do an insight check?
On Averin, yes.
Don't trust anyone.
That's what Tuttle would do.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, that's still a little...
It was Aberrand who stabbed.
Right? I was like, I mean, I know you were paladin at all, but no. I rolled a whole 5.
I mean,
You...
he smells like cedar wood.
Yeah.
That's all you can muster.
The bond has not been formed enough to where Tuttle is trusting. Tuttle trusts not. Tuttle doesn't even fully trust Calamity. He just finds comfort in how cute he is. And it's like.
You're only here because you're cute.
All I'm saying is this is a horror world, and I've lost so many people that, like, I just lost my biggest ally, so there's no trust. I'm sorry. However, there is a lot of comfort from Calamity, so that's why he's holding onto his hand. But in terms of trust, he's just like, oh, your sword comes. He's gonna like kind of do like a backhanded compliment in a way, and he's like, your sword comes in handy, I guess.
And I just kind of nod at that and give it a twirl and put it right back in the sheath.
My eyes lock on to this new person, and I will say, "Okay, I guess we'll follow you to the mountains where Tuttle needs to go."
Yes, all right. Let us be on our way then. Please follow me. And then Vera kind of skips.
And as you do, and I'm just gonna switch to this screen just for a second while I set this up. Hold on.
Wrong screen.
Traveling.
Oh, right screen. Almost right screen.
Okay, getting there.
Gamers.
I mean, hold on, all the things are all fucked up. But
Oh my God, Laner's back! Wow!
no, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
It's not ready.
Everyone close your eyes.
Yeah, so everybody is kind of walking together, and you do. There's not really tall. It's a hill. It's like a San Francisco hill. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
And it's right
Seems
behind
wild.
this gallows. As you walk by the gallows, you do notice like there's still some blood stains on the wood. It looks like it is still a gallows that's in use. And you're walking together, and as soon as you kind of go over the tip of this hill, you do notice Vera's ship. And their ship is huge. It looks like
Wait, I
a
have a
giant.
fucking ship?
You have a ship.
What?
I texted you. Anyway, but you walk over, and it
That's
looks
a
like
ship.
it looks like a giant clipper ship, and it has. You can describe what your ship would look like, but it's there and it's huge, and you are walking towards it. It's about a
It
quarter
would
mile
probably
away.
be very simple and unassuming.
A sneaky ship. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like. I wouldn't even say like, ooh, it's like back and edgy. No, it just looks like a normal ship. But then on the side, if you look closely, you'd see that there are like etched runes and writings in it. But it's written in common, and it doesn't make any sense.
Makes
It's
sense.
literally just gibberish.
The gibberish.
Star, horse, blue.
When how am I gonna ask this question? When I look at when Calamity looks at this gibberish script, does he by chance know this script or understand what it says? DM?
I don't know if you would. No, you wouldn't. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay. I just hop along, and as I'm hopping behind Vera, I know you gave a description of Vera Butters, but when Vera started kind of skipping along, that kind of changed my mental perception of Vera. So in my head, Vera looks like sorta gothy
Yeah,
and kind of
they're
scary,
very bubbly.
but yet very bubbly.
Yeah,
His username would be the bubbly goth.
their username. Yeah, it'd be
Pastel.
like
It's a
yeah.
pastel goth. That's what it is.
I'm terrible
Yeah.
with pronouns. I apologize.
it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
They're like dark and edgy and creepy, but they don't talk or act like that at all.
Gotcha.
What a creature!
Understood.
Furious.
Well,
Also,
Calamity.
they're like 5'6", so like
Oh,
not
tiny.
super high. Yeah.
Okay. 5'6" is not tiny.
It's like tiny. I mean, Lander was like
Yeah.
tall as hell. I mean, we're small.
Lander wasn't that tall.
As
Lander
Was he-
doesn't have a determined height because I never picked one.
Lander isn't here.
Oh.
So as we're going along, I would make a kind of a comment in private, so that only Averin and maybe Tuttle, if Tuttle is close by. But
I'm holding your hand.
oh yeah, we're holding hands. I would just in confidence in the private to you, I'll be like, they're really, they don't act how they look. They're so, I don't know, bubbly, and they're so edgy looking. It's confusing.
We need that in this world, so I'm not gonna comment.
Okay.
This world needs more happy people.
I just usually when they look a certain way, they always act kind of, mean towards you, but they're not like that.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear?
Yeah.
You know, Calamity.
I rolled a 17. Oh wait, no. Let me add my bonus.
Oh,
You can roll against it, Calamity, if you'd like.
Okay.
you know, Calamity. I used to.
That
know...
would be 21.
Oh,
Got
Yeah.
a Calamity, can you beat a 21?
I am rolling. What am I rolling? Stealth.
You can roll
perception.
perception.
Charisma?
No, it was perception that you
Well, it's
rolled.
Yeah.
perception in order to perceive.
Okay. I have my number, but what I will have, since the world bends in a weird way around me, I'm gonna ask you Butters to roll a DM. Roll a d4, please.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry, I'm multitasking, so if I'm a little quiet, I'm still listening. My d4 is a 2.
Okay. 21 minus 2 is
19. Did you beat a 19?
I'm gonna use a sorcery point on myself to give me a d4.
Well, you have no idea that I'm. Okay, fine.
So I got a total of 21, and Vera got a 19.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so yeah, you didn't hear shit.
So, yeah, you went.
You had
After
nothing.
all this mathematical fencing, I turn to Calamity and say, Calamity, as hesitant as I am to trust this newcomer in our group, I also should point out that just because someone is pleasant to the eye doesn't mean that they're on your side. There's two sides to every story. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on them. And I keep walking.
And I just give a solid, a silent understanding and keep following.
All right, and you guys do reach the ship, and because I'm having trouble loading the ship, we are going to do Theater of Mind for now.
Oh no!
I'm going to imagine the never-ending story theme song as we fly away.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, it's there. It's docked at the edge of the river. It looks like there's already kind of an area where you can
Hey,
walk
Anne,
on
I
the
just
ship.
got your text.
Oh. God damn it. But yeah, I mean, do you all board the ship?
Yeah, sure.
oh, real quick, something I wanted to do. Can I like look around the area we're in? I don't feel like we got a like. I know we were in a graveyard and there was trees. That was all the description. We're now like, if we're getting on a boat, can I like take a look at it? Is it a sea? Is it a lake? Like a river?
It is a river.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So it's like
it's
a river in the middle of a
huge.
forest.
It's you were on a peninsula. So
Ooh.
yeah, of the river. Like this river is huge.
Just to be clear, does the ship fly?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
So it is just a normal boat.
Normal boat.
Okay.
Averon is.
Hey, with Anne, you gotta double check. When she's like, you got a
Yes!
ship, I'm like, oh, okay.
I love my flying ships. I do. But I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe put Toddle on it. She can make it. He can make it fly.
I'll hop on the ship right after Vera.
Before I get on, can I take a look and see if there's any like fauna, flora, or fauna in this area? Like anything I can snag real quick?
Do a nature check.
Maybe
totally.
food. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I just want to
Really
remind
true.
you that you do have so many things. We have the bag of holding and all of the
I know. So that is actually a good thing. So for my nature check, I got a 13. I want to do something on the ship that is related to what you just said. But yeah.
Well, before I get on the ship, I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Thank you, Paladin.
Oh shit! Hold on. I think I have it. Sorry, 1 second.
I mean, I'll tell you now, I'm true neutral.
Yeah.
You
chip
are,
giving.
but I don't know if there's anything else on the ship that might not be.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
What was
fair
your
enough.
roll? Toddle?
13.
13. Yeah, you
Yes,
find
please.
some stuff.
Yay. Okay.
You find a bunch of herbs. Nothing really filling. A lot of kind of garnish type stuff.
I got a boat.
Oops, sorry
I
guys.
already
Here
have
you go.
several herbs, but I'll take more.
Yeah, all the herbs. Otherwise, I mean, what else do you find? You find some mushrooms.
I will be taking them.
Some of them are a little sketchy.
That's
might
okay,
might
I'll
have
work
a
some sketchy shit.
might have some hallucinogenic properties in a few of them. Otherwise, yeah, the river is rich with wildlife and fish, so if you're not too worried about, I don't know, food for the trip. But as far as, yeah, the wildlife around, there are some deer and stuff if you wanted to do some hunting real quick. Not a lot of fruits. It seems to be a lot of herbs, pine, a lot of seeds, that kind of thing.
I will be taking that just in case, for
Yeah, I'll give you a
reasons,
pretty
just in the interest of-
substantial amount since you can fit it on this ship.
Thank you. And then, yeah, Todd will also board after collecting a few things.
Nice.
I don't think Calamity has ever been on a ship in his life.
Oh, yeah?
Neither
I
has.
think he's very excited.
No,
Are you
Nervous.
excited? How
Excited, nervous, scared, but excited.
cute.
Bottle's usually locked in a like lab of some kind, so this is also new.
Nice. And yeah,
So Vera's just running through, doing all their checks. Damn, even now I'm fucking misgendering them.
Yeah.
They set up their sails, hoisting anchor, untying from. Well, was it docked? Is there a dock or did?
no,
just-
it's kind of
okay.
just, yeah, you
So
banked
they just
it.
dropped anchor. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting everything ready.
Did I detect any evil or good?
Yeah, I mean, it's all pretty, nothing particularly good or evil, actually. But those bracelets that you were given from Evie, very high, like, very strong, good energy. Like, they're pulsating and good.
Quick question.
Whatever
So,
magic made them.
The ship that I now have, do I have a crew?
No,
Okay.
you do not. You do have a couple of creatures, though, that uses tools. You do have a cat that
Cool.
catches
Hey,
all
guys, I
the
got a
sea
cat.
rats.
And I have a will seed that can eat your cat.
Nom 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 nom.
I have a question for you, DM. This is kind
Yeah.
of like a retroactive question, but I'll make it make sense. Like we're not gonna like rewind or anything. So when we were in that Citadel type area, and when Calamity could, sense the presence of like those invisible things,
Yeah.
did the thing that came with us, the unknown fourth thing, did Calamity feel or see anything of that tag along?
No, I think everyone was so kind of focused in on just the group there, and because she made it kind of a safe area, you weren't really focusing on that kind of stuff. And even if you were, it would be very dim. I feel like, yeah, and I don't think anything would stick out unless you search for it intentionally.
Okay.
So, yeah,
enough for me.
as far as you know, she's
Yeah.
like chilling there and like planning her own escape. Which she
Gotcha.
might be.
Please do.
As we, I guess kind of gather on the ship, and I see that it's only Vera and like no helping hands. It's just us. I'll say, you can drive this thing by yourself.
Well, I have before. It's not the most pleasant experience, but by Shar's guidance, it shall be done.
And you also know, Vera, that the closer you get to the city, or even in any islands that you go by, you can probably hire help.
Oh, cool. All right. So Vera is gonna continue with their preparations.
Okay.
They'll kind of do it with the air of if you guys want to help, just ask.
Toddle is gonna be actually taking the bag of holding that we got from Lander and start laying out everything that was in there, and like
Oh,
as
Jesus
well
Christ,
as
it's a
kind
lot
of
of stuff.
unloading his stuff. Yeah, Toddle has to figure out some shit to sell, shit to make. There's gonna be some big crafting happening on the ship. With
Oh yeah.
just the
You'll
supplies
notice
I have.
you'll notice since Fancy was a chef, there's a lot of preserved goods there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot of
shit, they got
enchanted
everything.
rolls, like there's fungi, there's all kinds of different stones and salts and seasonings. You see those like super bright blue mushrooms. You do see a couple of rolls from that tavern so long ago. I think only you know about in this group.
Yeah.
That turned Dutch into a giant snake and a crow. You have a couple of those, even though
I'm
it.
gonna be labeling that.
And yeah, her freaking butcher's knife like sword. There's a couple of her like normal daggers as well. I think that's all she listed for me that she had.
You
And it
can
was
you can
just
literally
'cause-
open up like Lander's character sheet and look in the bag. It's like all there.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
Don't even worry about
And
it.
then
That's a fat list.
Terrence's stuff was all scavenged from me and Calamity, so that's all taken care of. And then Dutch was just lost.
Oh, there's a
not
metal
returned.
wand, a
Oh,
devil diamond, a mess kit,
yep.
a +1 revolver, a ring of jumping.
We are not about to just go through the entire. No. So I'm gonna hop up to this new person,
Okay.
and I will sheepishly say, what can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you just the cutest? If you'll just please hold this, and Vera hands you a rope.
I grab the rope.
Can you make a strength check?
Roll a strength check. I was gonna say.
Oh no.
So my, well, let's see. So my
if it's over 10, you should
no,
be good.
don't tell me. I got a 14.
Okay, you are barely hanging on. But yeah, you managed to hold it down.
While
And
this is going on, I take the snake sword out of its sheath and just kind of evaluate it,
nice.
and then I'm gonna sit on those barrels there and just kind of close my eyes and meditate while I attune to it.
Ooh. And as you do so, the ship is finally going to take off. Oops, sorry, that's inside of Vera's quarters, but let me move you so. Okay. And yeah, and you all are moving forward across the
Vera,
river.
How long will it take us to get to those mountains?
Oh, it should be about 3 days.
3 days.
3 days across the river.
Okay. Well, heave ho! I think they say I saw a play once.
And as you guys take off, you do notice, and just another like amazing refresher from like being freaking. Why is there dolphins there? That's not right. You
Who
do.
the fuck put these dolphins here?
Who put dolphins in my? I want to know why the fuck is there a narwhal and a shark?
I don't know.
I have never
Fuck, I
heard a
can't-
god more angry.
I just want.
Who the
Narwhal
fuck
went to
put
the
these
ocean.
dolphins here?
I just want freaking fish. Is there no fish? Anyway, well, as you're going through the water, like it's very
An
peaceful. It's like bright outside. This area in particular is very safe. It's so remote that, I mean, nothing really fucks with you here. And it'll be very peaceful. Everyone's going to feel a little bit of the spray of the water. There's some flying fish kind of going in the dozens, kind of trying to take a peek of what's on top of this ship. You do see Vera's ship cat, Viking cat, who's all black with a couple of like white spots here and there on the chest, is looking over the ocean too and kind of like batting at some of the fish. And that is where we're going to end today's show. Until next time. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to take you over this river and giving the team a little bit of a break to relax after being in hell for like a couple weeks. But It should be fun.
The fresh, non-cindered hot air.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
No more
no more
evil screams.
Right?
The feeling of a breeze.
Yes.
Pocket sand.
I love how Toddle's like grass.
Grass.
And just like
literally
there's
touching grass.
and then like the new person is like talking to you and you're just like throwing grass at them.
Throwing grass. I just got back from hell. No.
Like from Vera's point of view, she was like, "Oh, this great genius inventor, the most renowned alchemist." Immediately,
Grass.
All right, everyone. You saw Chav Hunter. You saw Existential Nerd. Enter exclamation point critical in the chat.
Chat
For some
it up.
dice.
Win
Want
some
critical
dice.
dice? Of course you want some critical dice.
I'm gonna enter too. I want
Free
more.
dice.
Go for it. So far we have Existential Nerd, Tig, Divergent Dice, Baptism Puss, Chav Hunter. Now we have Mackenzie.
Hi.
Hi. So now is the time.
Yay.
Who of the 19 viewers wants some free dice? Make yourself.
Does this make Toddle the only? He's like in the band. He is the Robert Smith of the band because he's the only one from start to finish.
I think so.
Toddle and the Crypt creatures.
Yeah.
Toddle, I am the Robert Smith of the Crypt creatures. I'm the one who stayed till the end.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's true. It's true.
The OG.
The OG. The only one left that survived. That didn't turn evil.
So I love
Yeah.
how we ended the session, and I did another roll with your D20 that you gave me, and it was a 19.
Ah, fuck me.
Hey.
It was just testing you. It's like,
Let me do
well,
one. Let me do one for. Let me do one. Just.
It was like, are you
for-
worthy of me? Are you worthy?
are you
Yeah, you-
even?
I know, Dan.
Need
More
some breaking
beautiful
in.
dice. I got a 5, so you know.
All right.
lucky.
I'm about to roll this D8,
That's
y'all.
how it be.
Let me roll the Let me roll the critical dice and see what I get.
Let's
8.
see.
Okay, well.
Let's see. So we number 6 is Mackenzie. Number 7 is Chris. If I roll an 8, it's a reroll. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh shit! It ran away. What is it? What is it? What is it? 1 existential nerd. Congratulations!
Hey!
Get it.
Nice.
Message and in the Discord or PM, Crypt Keeper is her name.
Yes.
So we can get your deets to get you
Ribbon is her game.
these dice.
Yeah, hit me up. Send me a private message so I can get some info for you so I can send it over to Jason who can send you your dice.
Yeah.
Tell us
And
what
now-
color you get. Post about it.
Let's see. Who we gonna raid tonight? Let's see who's on.
My mom.
Oh, maybe them. Let's see. Quick scan. Quick scan.
Guys, I've been playing. Both my S and my D are broken keys off my keyboard. Just saying.
My
Oh,
P
no.
is broken.
What the actual fuck?
I have
Why?
no broken keys on my keyboard because I actually take care of it.
I do too. Sometimes.
And I'm on a laptop, so I don't have a keyboard.
All right, and
You
let
just
me know
have something that when
ready.
it breaks, you're kind of fucked because it's attached.
Basically.
We are going to raid Exquisite Corpse. Let me know whenever you're ready for that.
How exquisite.
Exquisite.
Is it the best?
I'll spell it whenever you're ready.
I think I can.
Because
Oops.
I wouldn't be able to spell it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I found it.
Okay.
Exquisite Corpse presents Tabletop
Yep.
RPGs. We're starting the raid, so everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week for maybe a chill part, like less intense. I think the crew deserves a moment to kind of recollect themselves and have some nice RP chill.
Here's
Please.
open. You
Unless
never know with river
they-
pirates, though.
Yeah, unless they run into some crazy shit, which they probably will because this is my game. But thank you so much for joining, and we
hits
will
Gerard?
see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.